Hi, this is Nick with JDV Dobermans, and this is an ear posting tutorial using the zip tie method. What you see in front of you right now is the supplies that we're going to use. One roll of elasticon, a construction zip tie, a can of Torbot, and then some kind of padding we can use. In this case, we're using gauze pad. I like makeup removal pads. Cotton balls work as well. The only thing we're using those for is essentially to create a pad down into the ear. With that said, you got your supplies ready. Let's get to it. And so the first thing we want to do is measure our zip tie down into that pocket of the ear, just about 1/4 of an inch over the tip of the ear. So we're measuring that out here. Now we'll cut off that zip tie at that length. And I love that Maverick he's not particularly sitting still here, but this is sort of what to expect with your pup. You have 2 ears, so you can measure your second zip tie off of the first. And now we set those just off to the side. Next step is we want to paint the ears with the Torbot. It's just a liquid latex. And this is going to help the adhesive bind together. That's going to hold the ears up. You're going to have a lot less issues with post popping out and things of that nature with this ear posting method. This Torbot is absolutely required if you want these to hold consistently and reliably. Doesn't do any damage. We just want to paint the ear on both sides as you're seeing here. Use a generous amount. You don't have to over glob it. Just use the reasonable amount to get a solid coating on both sides of the ear. Now we're going to do the other side the same way. Just painting this onto the ear. Make sure you don't let any get into the eyes or anything like that, but you shouldn't have very much trouble here. Again, both sides. Don't forget the back of the ear. And then once you get both sides of the ears painted, you're going to be able to set him down. You could hold him in place. I like to just let them roam as we finish our prep work. So he's down playing now. I'm finishing up my prep work. So I'm going to cut off 6 pieces of elasticon. The length is going to vary depending on the age of your pup and how long his ears are, but we really want a piece that can come over the back of the ear and over the inside of the ear. And all of these pieces are going to be around about equal length. It's not a perfectly exact science. What we want to do is we just want to hold the ear erect as gently as possible while the ear hardens and trains itself to stand. And we've got 4. This is the 5th piece that we're cutting now. And our last piece. Now we're going to cut a short piece off to secure our pads. And if you watch, I'm just going to cut a short piece and then cut that piece in half. And we're going to secure the pads to our zip ties. Now we're on the road posting ears for Maverick. So normally I would use like a makeup removal pad, and you can always kind of enhance this with a little baby powder if your dog has particularly wet ears. But we're just going to tie this gauze on as tight as we can to the zip tie, wrapping this around, and then we're just going to pull this little piece of tape across tight. with equal parts both on the gauze and on the zip tie. Just like that. And that's set. At this point, if you wanted to, you kind of dip that pad in a little bit of baby powder and dust it off. Again, that kind of helps if your dog has wet ear. And Doberman's going to be prone to wet ear. But in most cases, this is just fine. Again, roll really tight to the zip tie. Wrap this around. This is the only part of the taping that we're going to do tight at all. You see I'm putting some pressure. Put that on pretty tight because we don't want that pad to just fall off. Now we bring him back up, and the tape should be tacky on each side. It means it's not coming off of my finger. That means it's had long enough to kind of dry on place. You see his ears kind of sticking together. That's fine. I'll kind of pull that apart. Line that up in the ear all the way down in the pocket. Now I'm going to take a piece of our tape that we've already prepped across the back of the ear. I'm going to do a little pressure, pull up on the ear here to keep the ear good and stretched, and then over the zip tie and secure it. Same thing on the other side. Hold the ear up straight all the way down in the pocket of the ear. Stretch the ear to the top of the zip tie. Then we're going to take the tape across the back of the ear, come up and over, and secure it as well. This piece of tape came out a little long, but notice I'm stretching the ear up and then coming over the top. I could cut off a little excess here, but even yet this will still hold just fine. Now we're going to wrap around the ear. This is important because we're wanting to wrap around loosely, but you see this flap? We want this flap to go backwards. So we're wrapping towards the head or towards the eyes. Again, I'm not putting any pressure, just wrapping and securing lightly. And that secures the base of the ear. We're going to tape in the same direction at the top of the ear because it's a good habit to be in. Light, and then just secure. All right, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lightly wrap around, again, folding that flap backwards slightly. And we're taping in the same direction. We're just going towards his nose or towards his eyes. And that's it. Ears are posted. We leave those up for 1 week. Take them down for 24 hours. Repost for a full week. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and for more videos. And have a great day.